Hey, this is Mike from Junkie on Crafts and Builds, and today we're going to do an impressions video on the Jada Toys Street Fighter II Ultra, the Final Challengers M. Bison. Now, I had to thank my friend Renato for gifting me this figure. I really appreciate it, man. Can't wait to hang out again. So looking at this box, this is the continuation and the latest wave of a really awesome line of figures from Jada Toys. It started out with a Ryu, and now we have this wave, which is going to be M. Bison and Dalsim. Can't wait to find Dalsim because he looks really awesome with those extendable body parts. But anyway, let's look back at M. Bison, the big baddie, the head honcho, the evil man, brought to life by Raul Julian, R.I.P. So here we have the box. It's a great window package, an arcade style cardboard box. And we see some of the accessories inside here. We got the front here, M. Bison, again, Street Fighter II, the arcade sticks. On the back of the box, we have this really cool image of M. Bison here and the rest of the characters in the video game. M. Bison, country origin, unknown, fighting style is with psycho power. So with the box out of the way, let's go ahead and get this figure out. And here we have the head of the crime syndicate, Jada Low, in front of us here. And the first thing you got to notice is the fact that Jada Toys is providing us soft goods. This is so wild and like a pleasant surprise for me. I'm used to seeing soft goods in more higher end figures like Mythic Legions and whatnot. So compared to the other soft goods that we've seen from main companies like Hasbro and whatnot, not really the greatest, but this is really cool. It's a nice surprise. And M. Bison himself is really imposing. I mean, check this guy out. So, I mean, like, everything about him just is really cool. Like, design and aesthetic, you know, is consistent from what we've seen, but he's a little more muted in his color scheme than what we've seen with, like, Ken and Ryu and Chun-Li. And that's what makes him a little bit different than what we've seen before. Like this red, it looks brighter on camera because of the lights, but it's actually a really kind of dark and matte base color here. You know, we've got this dark blue stripe running down the middle from his collar down. You know, we got this really cool paint, you know, on his or his forearms, his knees, and his boots. I mean, he's really good looking. It's just, it's different from what we've seen so far with the other figures in the line. So let's get a little closer to look at that face sculpt. And just looking at that face, I mean, it's really spot on to what you saw from the arcade game. You know, he's got those whited out eyes. He's got his crime syndicate insignia here on top of his cap. Got these nice little buttons holding the soft goods cape in place. Now these are just decorative, and I'll show you how to remove the cape, similar to what he did before he started fighting. Like I said, this blue line here is really good. Got a little bit of flashing here on his forearm, but that's all right. So just really an awesome design. The paint deco on his knees and stuff, really sharp. I'm really impressed with Jada Toys, man. This line, I'm not even a big Street Fighter video game fan, but these toys have really won me over. Accessory-wise, M. Bison comes with a fair amount of accessories for a figure. Out of the box, he comes with a pair of fists, and these things are just big old meat hooks. Just really cool. They come with horizontal hinges, so he can kind of clench and bang his fists together. Really nice. He also comes with an additional pair of hands, and these are these emotive kind of action hands, kind of clawing out towards Ryu or Chun-Li. Really cool looking. M. Bison comes with this default stoic face, but he also comes with this alternate head with this angry scowl, kind of like he's powering up with his psycho power, ready to attack. The next accessory we have is a power effect for M. Bison's psycho power moves. And again, this is just a translucent purple soft plastic with a space inside. And that just slides over either fist and you get that really cool power up effect. Really cool. Nice little accessory. for this figure. The next accessories all revolve around this really awesome soft goods cape that we see right here. It's made of a kind of a satiny finish. You know, it definitely catches the lights and highlights for things. As I said, it's on these silver pauldrons that he wears on his shoulders. But the cool part about this cape is that we have a wire running across the sides and the bottom of this cape, so you can go ahead and get this all sorts of flared out. And the cool part is the wire is strong enough that it can hold its shape and get a lot of really cool poses. These pauldrons are built into the shoulder joint here, and they are adjustable as well. So you can continue to get all these really cool shapes with this cape. Definitely a really awesome accessory. But what's really cool about this is, just like in the video game, he's able to remove his cape. So inside the package, you get this instruction sheet that tells you how to remove the shoulder pads and install the shoulder pads. And by install, we get a pair of shoulder pads without the attachment for the cape. Now, following the instructions, you can remove the cape like so. So underneath each shoulder pad, you can see that this attachment here has a little nub that goes onto this support piece for the shoulder pads. To remove it, all you gotta do is gently lift up and forward, and it comes right off. So we'll do that on both sides. And there is M. Bison sans his cape. And you can see we got how these are kind of designed. Really neat. So let's go ahead and put on these other shoulder pads. Now the cool part is they're labeled left and right accordingly. So we'll go ahead and put them on. And what you gotta do is just basically the opposite of how you took the cape attachments off. So you hook it up here and pull it back, and it locks into place. You don't really get a snap or anything, but you'll know when you have it on there. And here's M. Bison with his capeless shoulder pads on, and that looks so cool, man. Like the silver paint on those really stand out. And they're adjustable, like I said, with the support here built into the shoulders. You can get them in position as you're posing this character all around for various fight scenes or stances. You know, just a really smart design that we've been seeing across here from Jada Toys. So for articulation, M. Bison with this alternate head, he has a ball peg going up into the head as well as down into the torso through the neck. And with this head, you can get up really far. So when he's doing his Psycho Crusher, you can have him looking forward as he's spinning around towards the enemy. He can look down that far. Head can do a 360 kind of tightly, and he gets a lot of tilt. Really good range of motion there on the head. Shoulders, like I said, these shoulder pads are attached inside the shoulder joints. Whoops. As you saw as I was moving the shoulders up into a T-pose, you got to make sure you press these down firmly or they're going to pop off real easy. The nub on the back of the shoulder pad is not the greatest. But there you go, you got to strike with a T-pose. You can go up that far before the shoulder pad gets in the way, or back that far. Again, the cool part about that shoulder pad is it allows you to have a little bit of movement. We've got a really nice butterfly that allows you to get your hands across the chest. We have bicep rotation. And we have double jointed pinless elbows that get you well above 90 degrees. Wrists have a rotation and a hinge in. Both hands have horizontal hinges inside. The torso, we have a double ball peg system leading up into the torso and into the waist. That gets you a lot of range. You can go down that far. You can go back that far. We got our side-to-side motion here, as well as waist swivel. So really good. The soft rubber here for the belt and the bottom part of his uniform is very pliable, and that's good because with that you can get that far with the split, and you can get his leg up that far and back that far. You've got thigh swivel, double jointed pinless knees that gets back really far, so when he's doing his psycho knee attack. And it's really cool how like the joint is hidden between this floating kneecap piece along here. Which we go down to the boots. We have 2 clicks down, not much up due to the sculpt and these armor pieces on his boots, but we get a really generous pivot here. So again, really well articulated for the size of this character. You can get him into a lot of really cool poses, and he just looks awesome. Size comparison wise, here he is with a G.I. Joe Classified Series Rock and Roll and a Valaverse Republic Guard, and they're all around the same size. So is M. Bison a little short for his character? Possibly. This is all subjective, but you can see that he definitely can fit into a variety of action figure lines. For some other comparisons, we have the Savage Crucible Shadow Slate Army Builder and the Mythic Legion's Zendi from the Poxus Wave. You can see they're a little bit taller than him. Again, the Savage Crucible Slate stands just shy of 7 inches. And here are all the Jada Toy Street Fighter figures that I have in my collection at this point. And M. Bison fits right in as expected. This set is turning out to be absolutely awesome. Final impressions of the Jada Toys Street Fighter 2, the final challengers, M. Bison. Jada keeps just knocking this out every single time with every release. This guy really feels awesome. For the value, you get a really sturdy, strong, playable toy. Some really cool accessories. The wire cape is a beautiful addition to this figure. Allows a lot of really dynamic posing, and the fact that the wire in there is firmer than what we've seen in a lot of Mythic Legions figures capes recently. It's awesome. It really is. I don't know how else to explain it. He is just really cool. The deco and detail, the texture on his chest here on his uniform, really nice. It's the same kind of texture that you see on reused pants. Again, great detail. The paint on this is really sharp. I think Jada has been improving with every wave of this line. I don't have any blemishes. I don't have any paint bleed over on this guy. No scratches or anything. The plastic where the joints are, the flashing has been minor to none. And just the paint quality overall, like I said, the silver on the forearms, the boots, the knees, the shoulder pads, looks great. The accessories and the attention to detail from Jada really stands out in the fact that you can get M. Bison into a lot of his classic super move poses. It's really cool. Like the head, the alternate head that's a fighting one, the ability to look up while in a flight pose, really nice. Something that a lot of toy companies' characters can't really achieve. So overall, I'm extremely happy to have M. Bison in my collection. While he's very cool, there is a little bit of a nitpick on my end, and that is in regards to the shoulder pads and how they attach to the body. Specifically, these here without the cape attachment, they can pop off very finicky. Make sure when you put them on, you press firmly in the back. It's going to feel like that you could be breaking it, but that's definitely not the case. You sit him in there, and again, I would, if you're going to put him in a pose, get his arms in position first, then put the shoulder pads on. It'll make your posing experience a lot easier. So I absolutely do recommend you picking this up. If you've been collecting the rest of the Jada toys, it's a no-brainer. M. Bison, the big baddie, is definitely a necessary figure for your collection. So that's everything, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. as much as I did providing it to you. And if you did like it, please leave a like, a comment down and below. I look at all the comments and I respond back as often as I can. And if I've earned your subscription, I am truly humbled for that. It takes a second of your time, but it means so much to me as I go towards my goal of getting 1,000 subscribers in 2024. I'm telling you, this kind of stuff is really cool. Interacting with you viewers, sharing our love for toys, our collecting habits, our likes or dislikes, doesn't matter as long as you love what you love. Because if you like it, you win. So until next time, guys, I'll talk to you soon. Have a great day.